Welcome and get ready to take notes. This video is about a very common issue faced by groups, free riders, as known as slackers. This video is directed for everyone who wants to know more about dealing with free riders, but is especially dedicated for ex-culture coaches. This video is divided in 3 parts. First, I'm gonna talk about what is free riding. Then, I'm going to give some options about what you can do if you have a free rider on your group. Finally, what you can do if you are the Slacker's manager. Free riding is also known as freeloading, freeloafing, slacking, among other names. Basically, it means that someone is not doing what he should do. Due to this, the work starts to get undone and a lot of blank spaces start to appear. Slacking doesn't mean laziness. There are many kinds of slackers and there are differences among them. There are some who are motivated. Maybe the person has a kind of problem at home or is struggling to understand a new task or two. There are those who don't like the job, or those who like it, are motivated, but just loses focus, talks too much, and don't even notice they are slacking. No matter the kind of slacker, it can be properly treated. On the other hand, if nothing is done, it can be very dangerous to the group. One slacker in a group causes a feeling of injustice.
Why should I put my effort if my colleague is not doing his job?
This injustice undermines motivation, efforts, conflicts starts, and more people stops to do their work, turning it into a slacking cycle where the performance is damaged. So, to not let this happen, let's see how we can deal with them. To avoid free riders on your team, before to start performing, you can establish a kind of agreement where you set goals, procedures, and what happens if someone starts slacking. Also, it's very important that the team have a good relationship. It's proved that those teams who know well each member has low incidence of free riders. So, invest time to know your teammates. Share about yourself, your life, introduce them into your environment. Anyway, even the closer teams can have to deal with slackers. If it happens, first check, is the free rider interfering with your job or your life somehow? If you said no, then think twice before starts complaining. You don't want to be the slacking alarm. But if it's interfering with your job or your life somehow, then start dealing with this situation by talking to the person. It's very important to understand that the focus should not be on the slacker, but on what needs to be done. Bring facts and examples about how this behavior is interfering with your job. Explain the issue and do not attack the person. Keep focus on the behavior and done tasks. You don't have to prove you're right. Instead, put yourself in his shoes and try to understand what's happening to your mate. Is he or she facing some personal issue? Perhaps the person has too much to do and that's why some work is being undone. Maybe he or she doesn't even notice he's slacking. Give a second chance. Never take it to the other level before talking to the person. If the behavior doesn't change after this talk, then it's time to take it to your manager. If you are the manager, there are plenty of things that you can do. Your first opportunity takes place before the team gets settled. You can put barriers for entrance, like required skills or challenges, for example. It helps to make a more homogeneous group. It's also recommended to have smaller groups. Of course, I know sometimes it's not desired or even possible. So, you can try to include rewards to those who effort more or punish for the slackers. Even if you do it all, it still is possible that someone complains to you about a slacker. Listen to him carefully and show your appreciation for this sharing. Let these people know you take providences about the situation. Try to investigate the situation and get more information about it as you can. Address the issue to the slacker. Show your compassion and try to understand the reasons. Keep an open mind, but take care. Most of free riders will not recognize they're guilty and will try to find external cause to blame about his or her low productivity. Anyway, show that you want to help. Reshare tasks, establish clear goals and deliveries. You can also try to start a coaching process with this individual in order to try and improve his efforts. Also, it's very important to keep an eye on the worker. At least every 2 weeks, you can meet him and check the progress. It still is possible that there are no changes, even with a resharing of tasks and all this mentoring. You have to evaluate if the return worths the investment. Otherwise, there are two options to him: a new department or project, or a new company. Do you have any other solution for this issue? Please write in the comments. I'd love to know what you do to face this problem. If you want to know more about free riding, you can retrieve some of the links in the video's description. Thanks for watching.